Okay.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our little healthy living presentation this evening, brought to us by the Juice Plus Company and its products. This event is co-hosted by myself. My name is Duhon, for those of you who do not know me, Carole Turnbo, and I'm out here on the West Coast in Southern California at the moment, and Carole Turnbo's in South Bend, Indiana. And this evening, you'll be hearing from people really all across the U.S. as we share our experience, not only with this company as a business, but also with this food, as a product. Just a little orientation on us. If you guys are joining us for the first time, maybe you're not familiar with the Juice Plus Company. Our company is not a new one by any means. We have actually now gone into our 50th year of business. A little bit of backstory here. The Juice Plus Company was actually originally called NSA, and that stood for National Safety Association. We were the very first company to bring fire alarms to the marketplace, and that was a big success. As you guys can probably tell, everywhere you look, there's a fire alarm. And then in the early 80s, we moved into air and water filtration systems, clean air, clean water. A little bit of backstory on myself and my family. That was actually when my family became exposed to this company and its products. We did air and water filtration systems. We liked them, we enjoyed them. And really what happened is we started to share our experience with other people. And from that sharing, a rather large business grew. In the early 90s, this company transitioned one more time into the field of health technology with the Juice Plus products. And these are going to be the products that we focus on tonight because they became so successful with these products that they renamed themselves the Juice Plus Company. We switched from NSA, we became the Juice Plus Company, and the transition into the field of health technology now 25, 26 years ago was certainly a prosperous one. If I look at my family and our health, I know for a fact we would not be where we are today from a health standpoint without this food. It has made a tremendous impact, not only in my own personal life, but really in every direction that I look in my family. If I look at my mother and father, now in their 60s, my mom in her 60s, my father in his 70s, and my mother in her 60s. Both of them are really just kind of a bit of an anomaly in terms of what we see in our society today. Both my mother and father on no prescription medication of any kind. My Aunt Cheryl, who some of you are familiar with, Cheryl Cortese, my aunt would be the first to tell you that prior to these products, she kind of lived in the gray zone in terms of her health. She wasn't necessarily the most healthy person in the world and wasn't, certainly the sickest person in the world, but every year would catch some type of cold or flu and really always felt like, in her words, she was kind of running from those health monsters. And when Juice Plus products were introduced, really that was a big turning point for her. And she's got an incredible story that hopefully all of you will get to hear at some point. Little orientation on our product line. It's very simple. Guys, the best way to think of us is really a juicing replacement. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an overview of these products. This is our berry blend. This is our brand new Omega blend. We've got a wonderful complete powder here. This is going to be used as a meal replacement for some people. Athletes like myself, I like to use it as a protein supplementation. For those of us who have children who are not old enough to swallow capsules, we've got some gummies. Or for adults who still consider themselves children, much like myself. I love gummies, and I eat these gummies every day. So the cool thing about our product line is that this company really controls the entire process from the seed that goes in the soil to the point at which the produce is picked. It's picked vine ripe. We have control over that entire process. Our company has been partnered with some of the best growers, produce growers throughout the U.S. for years now. And many of these growers are multi-generational growers. And what I mean by that, you'll have a grower that, their family has been growing apples for the past 50 years, right? They know everything there is to know about growing an apple. If we look at kale, we're actually the #1 grower of kale in terms of U.S. That's all grown out of Michigan. And so the wonderful thing about the quality of our product is the food itself is actually even better than organic. We have 0 herbicide, pesticide content in our food. So one of the things that people really start to notice right out of the gate is that this food does begin to make a huge difference in the way they feel. And we're going to hear from some people tonight in terms of their own personal story. Our core 4 is kind of what we'll hear about tonight. In terms of the stories that we hear, the majority of the people are going to be using what's called the core 4. And all that is referring to, guys, is 4 bottles, 2 of which I'm short on tonight. I have not gotten my new shipment. But if you look at the purple bottle and the orange bottle, that would be half. We would have 2 more bottles that would be a red bottle representing a fruit blend and a green bottle that would represent a veggie blend. And if you took 2 capsules out of each of these bottles every day, you'd be getting the equivalent of about 30 different food groups, maybe somewhere around 3 fresh pressed juices a day. And so, if we look at the cost of a single fresh pressed juice out of like a Whole Foods, somewhere around $8 to $10, we give you 3 of those a day for about $3.48. So for many people, they find this a financially viable option to maintain consistently over a long period of time. And that's really important, guys, because, our bodies respond to consistency over time. If you went to the gym for a week, you might not notice a huge difference in your physical appearance, but if you went to the gym every day for a year, you'd probably, if you took a before photo and an after photo, you might see some really cool changes. So it's always what we do consistently over time that makes a difference. And the wonderful thing about the Juice Plus products is that if your health is a priority to you, these products can be afforded by all. $3.48 is less than what a lot of us spend at Starbucks every day. So guys, let's go ahead this evening and go to our first guest speaker. Her name is Lisa Walker. Lisa is going to share her Juice Plus story with us. Lisa, are you there?
I am, Josh. Thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of our event tonight. And as Josh said, my name's Lisa Walker. I'm in North Carolina. And so I'm excited to get to share my story with everyone. So growing up in the South, my mother was a wonderful cook, but we fried everything and had bacon grease and any kind of vegetable. And we just, we had to eat everything on our plate because, there were starving children in other places. And so I really early on developed a really unhealthy relationship with food. Fast forward that to college, and I was a music major, running all the time, eating out of vending machines. And then you get married, you have children. I'm in ministry full time. And so sometimes that ministry looks like long hours. And so I wasn't taking care of myself. I woke up one day and I was 300 pounds, tons of health issues, and sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the person that everybody came to and was the fun person wasn't too much fun anymore. And you've heard probably that people change because they learn enough that they want to, or that they heard enough that they have to. And I hadn't learned any better, but I definitely was at a place in my life where I had to make some changes. I have 3 children. 2 of my boys are athletes, and they were making a lot better choices. And I stumbled across Juice Plus accidentally. A friend of mine posted something on Facebook, and I knew that we had to make some changes. And so I researched it, had some conversations with her, and I knew that our family didn't get 9 to 13 servings of fresh vegetables any day, let alone every day. And it just made sense. And so my husband and I began the conversation. We decided to add Juice Plus, and that one simple change in our life, Josh, really was a catalyst for so much. We were a family that got sick 5 times a year, each strep, sinus infections, things like that. We were sick all the time. I was exhausted. I don't know if you guys know any moms that are just exhausted. And what I began to notice right away, for me, my personal story as one of my health issues was I'm diabetic, and my fasting blood sugars were running about 240 in the morning, which is not good. And by making the simple change with Juice Plus and simple life changes, I noticed that blood sugar level fasting dropping to 148 and then 110 and 111. And I took it to my doctor and he said, I don't know what it is, but you keep doing it because it's obviously doing great things in your body. And so that was just a catalyst for me to really start taking a serious look at my health. And because of those changes, I knew I couldn't keep it a secret. I knew I was going to have to share it with people. There's so many moms that are burnt out. There's so many people in ministry that don't take care of themselves. And so the business began to make sense. We started sharing it. And fast forward 6 years, I'm down 90 pounds, not because of a diet, but because of lifestyle changes. I'm able to do things now that I couldn't do before. This community is amazing. As a mom, I've been able to say yes to more things. In ministry, you don't really get promoted and get raises. And so this company began a wonderful opportunity as we shared with people to be able to create lifetime memories with our family that we wouldn't have been able to afford. And we have the health to enjoy it, because now I think we've been to the doctor for a sick visit maybe 4 times in 6 years collectively. Y'all, that's huge. We used to go 4 and 5 times a year. So we're forever grateful that Kara shared this with me and loved me enough to tell me about it. And I'm forever grateful for this community because I've learned so much. And so when you do learn better, you do better. And it's made a lot of changes in our life. I'm excited to see the other lives that we get to be a part of and share with. And hopefully this will inspire somebody tonight. Thank you for letting me share.
Lisa, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. You know, one of the things in your story that really hits home for me is the massive change all centered around one simple change. You know, I really am a firm believer. We've got another business in Texas with my father. It's a school. And when we teach people, you know, we really give them one thing at a time, because if you do any more than that, usually people just can't keep up with it, can't keep track of it. And to be able to show a person, look, you know, you're going to take 8 capsules a day. The bottles are color coded. You really can't mess this up. If you really are serious about making a change, this is a simple one. You're going to do this one thing every day. And that one thing, like you said, it's a catalyst that leads to so many positive changes. You know, when you feel good and you got some energy at the end of the day, you might go do some exercise. Whereas before, at the end of the day, you know, if you're running on E, like a lot of people, the thought of exercise is just not something you can really wrap your head around. So thank you, Lisa, for that story. We're going to move on to Cayla, who's out of South Bend, Indiana, I believe. Cayla, if you're on with us, would you share your story?
Hi, everyone. My name is Cayla. I'm from Indiana. I'm a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. Other than that, I'm also a full-time nanny. When I was approached with Juice Plus, it kind of just made sense to me, and I was really attracted to the nutrition label that it had on it. And it made sense. So I said yes right away. Like, it didn't really take much. It made sense to me because I don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. So while taking the product, I noticed that I slept so much better. I had more energy. As an athlete, I do CrossFit. So as an athlete, it's helped with my muscle soreness. My recovery is better. It's just helped, like, in workouts, I just feel like I can get through it a lot easier. It's helped with my hair growing because I've, like, always struggled with growing my hair out and I never knew why. But it's really helped my hair grow, which I was very excited about. It's helped with my skin is less dry. But bigger things than that, like, I used to suffer from, like, really bad migraines. And honestly, I didn't even notice, like, while I was taking this product, like, I just thought one day, I was like, I can't remember the last time I had a migraine. And they would be so bad to the point where, like, I just had to sleep it. I had to sleep because it just, like, I couldn't function. It was really bad. So I definitely I love that about Juice Plus. It's really helped me with that. And I've been taking it for over a year now. So it's been a while, and I'm definitely going to take it forever because I love the way I feel, and it makes sense. And I have peace of mind knowing that I'm giving my body what it needs to feel good every single day. And for the business, I was originally attracted to the business because I really needed the extra money at the time. And I thought, you know, this product makes sense to me, so I feel like it would make sense to other people. It'd be an easy way to earn some extra money, so why not just give it a shot? And, you know, I've been with the company now for over a year, same time as I started the product. And I've really found like a home with this company. It's honestly like, it's the best decision I've ever made. I can say that honestly, because before I never really knew what I wanted to do with my life. I've tried the whole college thing, didn't work out for me. I knew there had to be something else. And when I found Juice Plus, like, I feel like this is my forever, and I'm going to make it like a full-time thing, because I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I've also wanted to have like my own business and work from home. So I feel like this is literally the perfect platform for me. And I'm just so thankful and grateful to be a part of this. And I just want to share it with everybody. But thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Cayla. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know, if we look at what Cayla had to say there, you know, one of the things that I think that attracted Cayla, like she said, that attracts so many of us, is it makes sense. It makes sense right out of the gate. Everybody knows fruits and vegetables are not going to hurt you. You know, they're good for you. And you know what she felt, and it's different for all of us. But the migraine issue, man, is something that I hear about more and more and more. People struggling from headaches, and many times, you know, the headaches are just kind of a nutritional deficiency that sometimes is very hard to actually pinpoint what it is that the body's missing. But the wonderful thing about Juice Plus is it blankets, from a nutritional standpoint, so many different food groups that many times steps in, and just like it did for Cayla, it kind of fills that deficiency, and all of a sudden that body's issue kind of goes away. So Cayla, thanks again for sharing your story. And we're going to move on now to Carole Turnbo, who's also out of Indiana, a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. Carole, would you share your story with us, please?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. My name is Carole Turnbo. Like Josh said, I'm a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. I'm also a CrossFit coach, but tonight my story is about being a CrossFit athlete. So back in August of 2017, I was training for our big competition, which is called the CrossFit Games. And I had just started at a new gym with a new coach who was giving me workouts. And I was so sore, like I can't explain the muscle soreness. And I was a little embarrassed by the fact that I was so sore and that I couldn't handle what was being given to me on a daily basis. So I sat down with my coach one morning, 5:30 a.m. and I just was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is killing me. My muscle soreness is out of control. I can't go on. Maybe I'm not meant for this. Like, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. And he just said, have you ever heard of Juice Plus? And I was like, wait, what's that? And he said, it's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And I'm like, that's what I need. I need that like right now. So, you know, it made sense. Once again, it's one of those things that I knew that nutritionally something was wrong. I was actually a very good eater. I'm a label reader. I make sure that what goes in my body is always good. I just wasn't getting enough of something. And that was my missing piece for my training. So I started taking Juice Plus, and I actually started with the company also at the same time, the business side of it. And I'll talk about that in a second here. But I started taking the Juice Plus, continued training. It's been, 2.5 years now. And so I'm getting ready to go into some major competitions here in February, one in February, one in March. But things that I really noticed the most is my recovery time is so much better in the gym. I'm in the gym 3 to 4 hours working out several times a week, all but one, several times a week, and I'm able to go at it over and over and over again. And like I said, I've been taking the product now for 2.5 years. It's made a huge difference in all of that. My sleeping is better, my recovery is better, my workouts are better. Back in August, I actually started taking the complete protein. It took me almost 2 years to convince myself that the complete protein was something that I should be taking as well. Once I added the complete protein to my my nutrition, I guess I should say, my daily habit of nutrition, it was life-changing. Like, my workouts got better. I was faster, I was stronger, I was leaner. I was getting PRs, personal records, daily in the gym. So I will recommend the Juice Plus products to any athlete out there that is looking for that edge, that little something that they're missing. It's that little piece of, I call the the capsules, like micronutrition. It's just that little micronutrition that we're just not getting on a daily basis. I could not possibly chew what I needed in fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. And this is what gave me that edge. So, and then, like Josh said, I love the protein, the complete shakes for pre-workout, post-workout. If I'm starving in the middle of the day, several shakes happens to me every day. So that's my product story and why I love Juice Plus, and I will take it forever. But I also love the business. The business has also been life-changing for me. I started the business at the same time. At that time, I was also working full-time at a chiropractor's office. I was coaching CrossFit. I was trying to train as an athlete. I was training people on my lunch hour, before work, and running boot camp after work. I was literally going from 4:45 in the morning till 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, fitting it all in, somehow making it all work. And when Jeff introduced the business to me, I thought, wow, like this is something that I could totally do. And I just started to weave it into my life. I talked about, you know, to people at the chiropractor's office that I was working, to people at the gym, and I just started weaving it into my life. And I remember my first paycheck was like $13, but I was still excited. I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? I just started talking to more people, sharing my story, sharing how I felt. And 11 months later, I was able to quit my 9-to-5. I found out like in the midst of that I was going to be a mama. And so my goal was, by the time the baby is born, I will not have a 9-to-5 job. And so that was in like July. By the following November, I was able to quit my 9-to-5 job. And my baby was born in January of last year. And I've been able to spend my time doing what I want to do every day. No longer working from 4:45 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, filling my days with holding my baby if I want to, training in the gym if I want to, working on my business, working with other people and athletes. And so time freedom, amazing. That's it, Josh.
Carole, thank you so much. I love Carole. She's a bundle of enthusiasm. For all of us.
I can't help it. I love this stuff.
You know, we never really know in this business who's looking, who's ready, where a person's life is at. You know, as we close, the first thing I'll say is this: if you're just seeing this for the first time, get back with the person that invited you. You know, investigate this. Try this food. You know, I tell people all the time when they're looking at this, don't overthink it. It is food. It's got a nutrition label. Nutrition labels are reserved for food. Also, it's not, you know, a 60-month lease here. You're not buying a car. You're just going to try some food for 4 months, take it every day and see how you feel. The other thing that I'll say is that, like a lot of us on the line this evening, you heard from Cayla and Carole, that they were at a point in their life where not only were they maybe looking for some body solutions, but they were also maybe looking for some financial solutions. And, you know, if we look at the climate of the world that we live in today, I believe the climate is such that never before in the 50 years that this company has been in the marketplace has there ever been time that is present like there is today. If we look at the young millennials getting out of college by the droves, loaded with student debt, unable to find employment that is going to suit them, that is begin to create an economy that a lot of people are referring to as gigonomics. You know, if we look at people nowadays, they're accustomed to no longer having a career per se, a 9-to-5 that they're going to work at for the next 40 years and retire. Now most people are working 2, 3, 4 different things. You hear about Uber, you hear about Lyft, Uber Eats, people delivering food. I mean, people are more open than ever to the concept of a side hustle. You know, if we look at the awareness from the standpoint of food, what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, you know, how many people now are asking, you know, is it non-GMO? Is it gluten-free? You know, where's it sourced from? These are questions, guys, that our society just did not ask 10, 15 years ago. They're asking now. And so to be able to present an option for a person that allows them to eat at a very, very high level and also allows them to solve some financial problems. You know, most people's financial problems could be totally solved with an extra $1,000 a month. You know, if you look at Carole Turnbo, Carole did that inside of a 12-month period. That and more. You know, she bridged that gap in income. And so, you know, I encourage all of you, you know, if you're just looking at this at the first time, look at it really close. Try the food, investigate the opportunity. If you're a part of this mission already, you know it sometimes takes some courage to approach people. Man, find it, because you never know who's looking for help in that area of financial. So as we close tonight, we'll be here next Thursday evening, same time, 5:30 Pacific Standard, 7:30 Central Standard, and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, everybody. Good night. I'll see everybody next Thursday. After we close here, guys, we will roll immediate into a team training, so everybody stay on the line for that.